appears to be working. So whenever I do that, like I have this like real weird trauma, and like whenever I take like a while, like not to make a video, it's likely I'm busy, obviously, but I had this thing on my fucking OBS where I would like make a fucking video, it would fucking crash. What a, and the reason why I have time to make a video now because all my controllers are charging. And I'm gonna play Black Myth will come on. If anybody knows, they replace that game. I'm level 177, about to be 178. Just beat Red Boy inside the Flaming Mountain. So I'm going in right now. Don't let me get started on that. But what I'm saying is, what I was just saying in my last video, you got to take time to enjoy yourself while you trade, bro. Like, I understand right now you gotta spend most of your time studying, so you don't really have time to do that now. But I'm saying, like, when you're, operating from a place of understanding instead of a place of panic, it's gonna feel a lot differently um, than us, freaking out every time we do something. So let me see. Anyway, so yeah, like I don't know, Zoom and OBS have this weird thing now. Like I guess it's my computer because I gotta remember to grab a new solid state drive. I just have a lot of files on this shit, so I feel like it's taking up a bunch of RAM. I can see it being a little slower than normal, but um, normally I do this on my other laptop, but I'll do it on this one instead. So when I'm looking at this one, for gold, okay, whole video about gold, number one. So when we're looking at gold, I want people to be understanding that it's more of a slightly different vibe from Nasdaq. It does the same shit. Don't get me wrong. Like same fucking shit. We talk about weekly profiles. Same fucking shit. Okay. Um, that's what I'm saying. So Sunday, Monday low, and that's exactly what we got, right? And so this is coming back to and again to keep you highlighted, right? We're talking about January, because we're only like you know, just starting our little new cycle for the year. So we got that, yeah, right about there. That's fine. Now, my whole thing is not too much about each day, but we can see the labels. But this is my thing, right? Same kind of topic we just talked about. Like keeping yourself in line with what the real objective might be. So we understand that we're talking about what's optimal in terms of dealing range based on a certain asset. So if you're looking at NQ, you're not going to run the same shit on gold. You're not going to glaze the fucking 243 and 81 how you do on NQ. Okay. It's not going to be the same deal. All right. So what I want you to understand, okay, is that when you're trying to make a lot of fucking money on this thing, this is what I want you to do. And even though it's like a similar narrative, it's going to give fucking liquidity, right? So on a basic level, let's come down here and I want to, right, just kind of give a base because this is a Thursday, it's a Monday. And so we've been going up pretty much the entire time. You feel what I'm fucking saying? Now, the reason why I waited to do the gold video is because a lot of people have this weird thing about gold that it's more difficult or like it's definitely like how I describe it is like it's a fucking special kid on the school bus. Like it's not very fun to me. I personally am not a super gold fan. And although we trade it, I mean it's not very difficult. But the problem is I like things that give you I'm not saying it doesn't give you re-entries and things, but when gold starts to really go, it doesn't feel very comfortable for my students to find these reentries very easily. And they feel kind of cheated because they have these like really definitive. I'm not saying you can't catch like that real spike down here, but a lot of people spend their Monday trying to get into this thing, keep getting smacked all Monday because gold can't stop going up, down, up, down, up, down. And now they're anxious about what side this needs to break for liquidity because now they marked out buy side and sell side. So being stuck in the middle of the range, okay, is what they're concerned about. And so I understand where that confusion comes in, that anxiety comes in. But what I want you to do is, again, you have the keys to doing whatever you need to do. So if you're looking to scalp or you're looking to trade the CFD and you're just trying to hold this thing for a weekly profile or a certain amount of range, right? So when we operate from, this is why I'll always look for, we learned core ICT about sessions and what their functions are. So me personally, I feel like that's easy for anyone to attach a rope to and start there in terms of their narration skills. So we understand basic liquidity. That's one thing, sure. Somebody else might come to the conclusion that, okay, maybe this one was closer to me in range. Now, I mean, to be honest, bro, it's the same fucking, it's literally, it's not 50%. I know it's a little closer to that, but someone else might just be like, this wild spike down is supposed to come in and take this here. You see my point? So this is my whole thing. I don't want you to get finessed, even if this is whoa, like what is that? Like that crazy volatility. Now we're thinking, you know, and a lot of these videos, even in trading in general, there's a lot of these little paradoxes, right? Where you're thinking about, hey, well, it's Monday, okay, but I do have a good grasp of session data, so you might be really good with seeing that this to you might be a turtle suit, okay? But this brings me back to what is your actual fucking intention for taking this fucking trade? Are you looking to scalp? Are you looking for just days range like this? And this is literally, I mean, this is what it is. It's literally the days range. You take this liquid. But this is what I'm saying. I could point out a bunch of these things that is going to be the paradox. And it's because you're not thinking about your responsibility. You're thinking about just the textbook. And so what that means is, yo, if you're a Asia trader, you understand that when I talk about basic structure, don't matter what the fucking asset is, I'm talking about like real. This whole joint's been in my hand, just waving it around like a goddamn flag. I need to set it on fire, but I'm speaking right now. Anyway, so when I'm looking at this thing here, okay, so this being a what J style classic Judge Judy, all right? I came to type nice little Judy swing, okay, go up, back down. What time's this going to stop? London. See what I'm saying? Already said it. First trade, very easy. X cycle, first trade, right? Anyway, so when you're looking at this, whether it's X or whether it's A, I don't give a fuck. Asia does our duty. Now, what did I say about this thing? Trade two. Okay. So trade two. Notice this takes the liquidity from Asia, obviously. So this is just one trade. If you're a London trader, this is all you. You're not responsible for this. Well, I would have missed that. No, because you don't even trade that session. That's not yours. So your model is from 2 to 5. I already told you what time to X-nay out of this thing. So if you're looking to trade this thing, and for Stockholm, this is going to be it's going to say 8 o'clock. There's a reason. I'm not gonna go into it right now. There's a reason why this is in Stockholm, but um, I'll just change it over just so you can stop bitching about it. See, I don't even know where the shit. Where do I live? I had to think about it. So, even if we're coming down here, as you can see, to 3 o'clock in the morning, right? It's a 6 hour difference. Just whatever. So, when I'm looking at that, that's our model, right? That's our model right there. So when we're looking at this 2 to 5 low, less London's function, you feel my point. Kill zone. Take the fucking trade. Clearly it's bullish. Left a low here. Is this sell side liquidity for later? Yes, obviously. But what I'm saying is optimal trade entry, 8 o'clock in the morning. You just took a buy side liquidity, regardless of whatever's happening here, and regardless of happening here, I don't give a fuck. Yes, we're coming back down. So if you took that out of London, good for you. You just need to know when to get the fuck out. That two goes to that 8 o'clock, literally. Literally. Need you to understand that. Now, you're not one track minded. You're a smart person. So this is what I exactly what I said. Go up, sell it right here, take profit down here, trade one. Now, I don't want you to trade all sessions of the fucking day. Fuck that. I'd rather you pick two out of three. Three, maybe if you understand what's happening, but I will say just try to pick two. Okay. If you understand you got the Judy swing, don't trade London. Be done. Be done. Or if you just happen to still be up, trade London, or my bad, trade Asia, trade London, don't trade New York. Be done. You don't need to grab everything. Wait it out. See exactly what we're doing. So as soon as you get from down here, next move, especially if you're coming in with that, right? Where is the real emphasis on that last one that you're offered? Suit, session style. New York low takes out that London low. You have imbalances down here, things like that. And also put on the fucking daily range. Man, I'm telling you, it's annoying how like people have their own agendas. I get it. You're learning. But like you also got to understand we're talking about the concept of narration. So like there's certain information you need to know before you get to anything. So you can't just skip around. Even on my videos, like you watch them in order, there's a reason for that. Listen, and that's the thing, it's a lot of content. So I need you to be on your game. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what did I say before about certain levels? Right. Now, we're not surprised that we get massive reversals from breaker level. Quite often too. Pretty often can you see that breaker level do a a, a big one, I would say. Now, my point, yeah, seeing this type of thing. Now, this is down here back in January. But now my point, right? We talk about like what's optimal in terms of power of three or not. So like notice how I structured the lecture too. Notice that. So when we have these things, okay, when we talk about these PO3s, to me, it gives me a gauge on how long I'm expecting something. So like I know that this is way different from an NQ because we can smash an 81 or smash a 243 on NQ in fucking minutes or an hour or two. It's really not hard. 243 is not that long of a thing on NQ. But when we're talking about duration on, I mean how long some of these PO3s take on certain assets. So now when we come down here and I want to go current, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Notice how I'm on a 243 now. And obviously, you know the terminus. Obviously. So even you watching this video before next week, or you watching it this weekend, you know that you could probably make a couple of dollars because you know where the motherfucker going in the short term. So we're already going to be looking for 29.16. We understand that. We're going to come in and let's annotate that with a shared high, okay? Perfect. Now, this is the problem. I need you to understand things. I get a couple of people who will get upset about this, worry about this, and it's unfortunate because, like, I understand where like the confusion comes in, where someone else might look at this or view this from their perspective, like, bro, the fucking go back levels barely fucking like every time I fucking interact with this thing, breaking the fucking dealing range, I'm thinking we're in this one down here. We never even fucking complete the thing. I'm looking at the 243, and this is what I mean, right? Watch this. So when I drag this thing down, they're going to have a perspective of, hey, we only came down to EQ. I'm thinking this is algo one. What the fuck, bro? And I'm so far out of profit, and I'm trying to swing shit. I'm like, whoa. So number one, I want to just say on a basic level, you need to watch for reactions on EQ. I'm not going to give into that right now, but I will say that you do need to also watch that. Like again, we talk about why I called gold a special child. Gold is very what's the way to put it? It's really hell bent on getting to that next objective. It's really hell bent on not stopping that direction to offer um, pretty much. I mean, it gives new liquidity, of course, but I mean, when we're talking about like, listen, this is 24. This is January. Okay, started last year. Listen, now this being January of 2020, January and February. Okay, literally a year. This is what I'm talking about. Nasdaq is going to smack the fuck out of the 729 week or two, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, not even barely that. Literally a week, 2 weeks. But that's my point. Notice how this is literally a fucking year. It took gold a year to climb this 729. And we're going to use that word again. Oh, well, I'm out here spelling shit incorrectly now. Oh my God. Now listen, this is what I'm saying. We come down, we break into this daily range here. Okay. Clean shot, clean shot. And what do we get? You can see it when I zoom in, obviously. Now, I haven't been putting a lot of emphasis on this only because I'm trying to bring this to your attention. Uh, Especially for assets like this. I'd rather you care more about these higher PO3s. Just for again, we're on a weekly chart right now, just to clarify. It's a weekly chart. So weekly 729 fair value gap level, obvious fair value gap in the level. Now, again, if you're somebody who is swinging this or position trading this, you are in heaven right now because this is for you. The position trader, you're going to have a ball with this and have an understanding that, you know, you're going to basically invalidate yourself on the breaking up this dealing range back down somewhere in here, especially the collaboration with this fair value gap and buy side liquidity on the PO3 side, unfulfilled range kind of deal here. What else do you got to worry about? It's literally going up and it's not going to stop. No, that's not a turtle. It's bullish. And we already talked about these shared highs. You can see this from down here. This is what I mean. So when we're also operating like, you know, and people have that misconception that the go back levels don't tell you in advance when it completely is telling you. Listen, shared low. Watch me play it out a little bit. Watch. And wait for it. Notice how your 243 and 729 have shared highs. Now, this is my thing, right? Watch this. So you're telling me the average person is going to do what? Yo, this is too high for me. I don't know what the fuck this thing is doing. We pop down here on the daily chart, and let's see. The thing about the daily chart is we understand that smart money players are going to operate from a daily chart. So that means even in the last couple of days, what could you have been doing? You could have been understanding where this thing needs to go. And where we look at this on a smaller kind of scale here, then we're on a daily chart. So watch this. 243. This is back in January. Okay. Man, you know what the funny part is? I had a heart attack just now. I don't know why I thought I wasn't recording. I'm probably stoned. So like, watch this. So this is what I'm talking about. You're going to get a little agitated at first with learning this because you're feeling as though um this should have been an algo one. It didn't go all the way down. This the EQ at a 729, and you're getting frustrated about it. Now, the only thing is you're not still thinking about this being a puzzle necessarily. So when you're coming down individually worried, like, yo, every day I'm just trying to go up, and you're not understanding time. But why do these things get engineered the way they do? You have to understand it. Yes, this is outside your dealing range, and to understand why you're looking at it visually like this, simple fix for this, my guy. You read the book. What is that? Stop run of a previous DR. Okay. Now, you know what I like about this? Now, you could do something kind of funny with this. Okay. So you notice how, again, I'm gonna 243. So if you go down to the low, the funny part about this, right? Do you see how like this whole area here brings you a fair value gap? Now it is really kind of far because it's taken a few days to get down there. But this is where the smart money player is operating from a daily chart. So once they drag this up again, engineering buy side liquidity. Now, if you shift your dealing range up, of course you're going to see it this way. Your dealing range will be shifted downward at that time. Okay. But this is the funny part. We talk about, just to throw something in there on you real quick. You don't need to get into this if you're not comfortable. But understanding when to actually have shifted or not. It's basically like I'll just do a quick little version of this. But like, remember what I said about this being an EQ, right? Yeah. So EQ levels, you can do some really cool shit with the half shift if you are understanding what bias you're looking for. And if you don't, your half shift can kind of save you if you're unsure of what the EQ needs to do. If it's going to bounce from it, go right through it, and just looking at things that are going to be helpful for your narrative. So inside of this one, the half shift already shows you that this is your PL3 liquidity. Does that make sense? And this is current. So that's what I mean. November, buy side liquidity, back down. And look at your half shifts. Where do you find this fair value gap? Why was it important? The ones that work are going to be in your fair value gap level. Are you used to doing the half shift? Of course you're not. I don't expect you to be. But I just want you to be aware of, just because I can see it, I want to make sure that you can see it. So again, watch when I shift it back. Watch. And you're going to complain again. Jay, this is so annoying. I thought it was algo one. Like I said, you're going to think it's algo one to go all the way back down here to the base. You're going to say, well, it was bullish here, very trendy, rocket through the DR. Understandable. Came up. That's my market maker curve. I'm going back down. So even I'll say it like this, my guy, even if you thought it was a whole market maker model, you're going to kind of realize that there's a little something wrong in here. Do you feel what I'm saying? If your market maker model was right then and there, then this fair value gap, you probably would have saw it as a retracement. But when you start to get this, like, whoa, hold on now. When it's not like drilling back down, you need to reevaluate. Don't just get fixated on your market maker model. And I want you to start verifying things. I have a bunch of students who don't do what I'm talking about right now. I know it's tough because you're learning. It's tough because all this is new information. You're not sure what's what. We're talking about breaker levels being reversals. We're also talking about the half shifts giving you a fair value gap. And already in your mind, like, who the fuck would know to do that? Who the fuck would know to half shift just like that and find it that way? Believe me, I've already been in your shoes. But this is where I'm saying you need to be a creative player. Perfect, fair value gap, liquidity void, breaker. I mean, you literally get it all. Breaker, you feel what I'm saying? Come back down, swing low, breaker entry, liquidity void from your liquidity void, fair value gap from fair value. You have all points of interest that we really need. Everything, my guy. But that's what I'm saying. The same way that I'm on a daily chart right now, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Yes, what the fuck? Gold is very goal oriented. It does not stop until it reaches these massive targets. It will literally go up for, listen, bro. It literally went up for fucking 50 days, bro. 51 days, bro. What the fuck? That's like 49 days. It's 49 days of bullishness. Come on, bro. That is ridiculous. I understand. Get down to this lower time frame. Okay. We're gonna come down here. And yes, we've had some massive range. But like I said, bro, every single week, and how is it doing it? And this is almost like so repetitive, it's almost annoying. Because how do people, I mean, I understand that, like, from my perspective, I just understand the textbook very well. So I'm already expecting what? Monday low, Thursday or Friday high. What do we get again? Monday low. What do you need to do? Friday high. Guess what? Monday low. What do we get? Thursday high. What do we get on this one? This one, you could really tell they wanted to move that money so fast, bro. I'm talking about smart money, bro. Sunday high, you're fucking fried. Same thing. And like I said, gold is a special child. What other asset does this type of shit for weeks? Weeks, bro. I understand why other people like trading gold. I don't give a fuck about it. I like trading NQ and other things. At this point, I just like to be challenged. But this is a fun asset. You really need to make some money, then just go look at fucking gold and understand what weekly profile is. And look, another one. Jesus Christ. Just don't stop, bro. Shit's easy. And let's talk about the range that you're going to use on this intraday. I told you before, I'm going to tell you again. Now, obviously, 243 is fucking not the one. What you need to be focused on. Exactly. Let's go down here. Now, watch this. Now, on the week, we had a really, really high looking week. Okay. Now, for your wireframe, 81 wireframe, beautiful. Beautiful on the week, isn't it? Well, that's what I'm saying. 81 as a wireframe on a queue is not going to work for a whole fucking week. That 81 is going to work for about an hour, maybe even 15, 20 minutes. So like that's what I'm saying about this having a bigger significance on the wireframe perspective, even though the number is lower. Beautiful. So when I can operate this like that, this being the weekend, okay, this is nothing but algo two. You got rejection block, okay, down here. Look at your price action in the rejection block, okay. You have a run up to this breaker level, right? Does all this bullshit, leaves open a gap. Breaker to fair value, that's already know how you think it's what? Algo two. Where do you know it's going to land anyway? Opposite order block. Look at your cheat sheet. Rejection block, breaker, fair value, opposite order block. Do you give a fuck about that next mitigation block? No, because it's not in our favor. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. So that's what I'm saying. We really only give a fuck about that one, two, three, and that fourth order block. So rejection block to the breaker level to clarify. See what I'm saying? Breaker down to fair value gap, buy side liquidity, PO3 liquidity. And already the failure to reach that EQ, you need to be like, what the fuck is that? See what I'm saying? So once you're in this thing, come on, bro, just take the fucking trade. It's not hard. Okay. Tuesday, you already got that Monday, Sunday low, so you already know what that weekly profile is gonna look like. If you trade the CFD version, just get in. If you trade futures, just operate the kill zones correctly, obviously. So when we talk about the basics, look at this. Same thing I say all the fucking time. It's still in alignment of this. London low, 2 o'clock in the morning. Buy side liquidity, and you want to day trade this, you're done by the end of the day. Do your thing, right? You want the Asia up here? I'll show you. What do I say all the time? Very simple. Little fake rundown. Judge Judy. Don't stop till you get enough. Literally Michael Jackson till London, right? Exactly. So you can update yourself to see if this is still good here. It still is. Then hold it. But I do recommend, like I said, you want to get out by that 8 o'clock. That's not going to be fun. Don't fucking hold that. It goes a little higher. I mean, you could know about this fair value gap or, once you use it, but I'd like for you to just in case, like, just in case you get one of these, like, kind of immediately. I don't want you to suffer from that and then say, "Oh, damn, bro, I was in from little London lows and whatever, or even from down here, and instead of optimizing my money at the top here, let this fucking come down and take half my money." Nah, I'm not trying to hear that. Just take fucking profits, all right? Now, obviously, this is a Wednesday. So this is what I mean about that Thursday, that Friday. uh, You know what I'm saying? Monday low, still got that Thursday, Friday high that we want. So this is our Wednesday. We're not like all the way fucking, you know, sell side forever. We know that it's going to be one of these 2 days that's going to spike it. So if you got a day of some down stuff, cool. But stop finessing yourself into thinking, okay, he said Monday low, Friday high. That means I got every day bullish. No, you're gonna have that one day. It's easily possible to come down, but it doesn't mean that it's not gonna be a Friday high. We still get that. And also to clarify, that sell day is not going to be trying to grab the most ridiculous of liquidity. That's not the objective. Your buy side. So again, I said this in my last video. You're not looking at both sides of the marketplace nearly as 50-50 anymore. Fuck that shit. It's not. Just because you have a day of selling don't mean you're gonna come down and now all fucking sell side liquidity is just now unlocked for you. No. Fucking stupid. One of my students said something really funny about that. He was like, bro, if the market did that, bro, it would form a high, form a low, and then seriously, it would literally just be a barcode. Why? What the fuck? And why would else would it do that, bro? It doesn't do that. Somebody somewhere needs to make some money, man. Think about it. Not all liquidity is active, and you need to figure out which one it is that's active. Now, really quick before we end this video, this is a little short one, but my whole thing is just coming in and let you know that, like, listen, some of these things don't require a massive range. And so, especially if you're scalping, okay? Now, this move from down here, okay? Watch. Now, we talk about that being the 81, but even that on your 1 minute still looks way too big, right? Watch. Now, we already have shifted. Let's go back right. All right. That's what I'll do instead, because even in your study, I want you to do it this way. I'd rather you take the replay function, go back and see what happened. Go back and see where you at. All right. Now the funny part about this, gold really, really likes the 3 and the 9. So this is what I mean, right? Um, gold offers a lot of money per point anyway. So this is actually not very uncomfortable for somebody to pretty much just dominate this. So this is my point, right? We're gonna look for now that was an ugly day, so we're coming back here. All right. Now we're looking for price swing. Much better. Now in this area, right? Let's talk about London a lot. So let's talk about this London kill zone. Okay. Perfect. Now, this is my point. Okay. The reason why I love the 9 and reason why I love the 27, gold thrives on these lower ones because for intraday trading, it does not move very far via PO3. So since we are looking for these lows of the session, I mean these pop in really, really well. But gold is so hilarious that it's going to really run this as a 3 low. Do you feel what I'm saying? The low of the 3 is really what's doing it, and with a stop run. Now, someone else might view that and say, "Yo, that's kind of small." I understand what you're saying. So that's why we talk about what's a wireframe versus what you're looking at in general. So if you're saying, yo, I'm not trying to take the trade off the three, I'm not telling you to. But what I'm doing is also saying that gold is going to be really on top of these threes. So when you see something like that, and also it's not just about the level. So I personally don't give a fuck about it. I give more a fuck about the what? The time, the function, the kill zone. I know exactly what I'm looking for already when I get to that line. I already know it's going to be a 2 to 5 low, and we never get back down there. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm on. Just make the shit easy. You don't have to say, "Oh, it's not in the right go back level. I can't take the trade." Yes, you can. There's plenty of information to do so. Whether it's in the right GB level or not, I want you to come down. Watch 27 looking a little big. What about the nine? Let's check it out. Listen, you can operate this nine, bro. I know you can do it. Yes, you can. You realize we're not coming back and attacking this right now? Hold it. Do you feel threatened here? Maybe. Hold it anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. You can't be fucking scared, bro. You can't be fucking scared. Now, I'm saying that because I have people who are genuinely terrified of this type of shit. You're going to get into the trade knowing what goldback levels do and what they look like, knowing that you have gaps and all this other shit, and still tell me that you're scared of every retracement. Although we've talked about this being literally kill zone. Listen, listen, listen. 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock, kill zone. The functionality of the thing. London 2 to 5, bro. Makes a high, low of the session or possible day. So once you get that, all this to you should be nothing but buy side liquidity. Every time it drop down, liquidity. Drop down, liquidity. Fuck that shit, bro. Stop being scared. Understand. Rather you do that instead. And that's what I'm saying, bro. There we go. Now, do you see what I mean? You're London 2 to 5. And what did I say? What time do you get out? It's 7:48. You should already be in like, yo, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. It's close to 8 o'clock. You're not just going to randomly try to hold this because you're not paying attention to bodies of candles or structure or formation. So now when you say, yo, this is a little consolidated, what the fuck is going on here? This was nice run up in movement because the time is good. So now when you get to 7, 8 o'clock, literally 7:50 macro, space is off. And where's your only liquidity left? That's only given to us as liquidity activated after 8 o'clock. This is not the DOL until 8 o'clock. I need you to understand that. So don't tell me, yo, I had buys in, it took half my money. No, because you're not understanding. I keep saying, get the fuck out at 8 o'clock, and you're not doing that. So now this is hard to you. This is traumatic for you. No, I'm not even gonna trust that. Every time I hold this, it gets fucked up. No, how about you understand why it does that and why I offered, like I said, more than one situation. So that London trade, this will be trade one to you. I can't even type. Now this would be trade two. New York kill zone, right back down. London liquidity. Also, how would we have gotten into these cells? Watch. The nine. The nine, bro. Gotta be the nine club right now. We already activated this dealing range at the top of this thing in Asia. So Asia nine hot. So this is a hot spot. Gold loves Asia. Not gonna talk about why. Now, here, when you get back up here, it does a small retracement back up. 8 o'clock activates. So 8 a.m. And then it sends this thing from the, and you already realize you're in a premium anyway. So what should you be doing for trade two? Selling shit. Where's the only liquidity available to you? Underneath you. You need to get out of being fixated on just, oh, well, I'm in. Oh, this is going all day. No. Oh, I'm in. It take liquidity. It should be going all day. Fuck no. It retraced on you. And now you probably sold it here and got upset because it's back near you. Because you're holding too fucking long. Dog, come on now. Yes, it's going to make you feel very good, whatever. It's going to make people feel uncomfortable and eventually make a move. But my thing is, I need you to be more understanding of doing one thing at a time. That's what I say about that. Whew, that was a lot. Listen, man, let me go get some more breakfast. I got the munchies right now. So I will catch you guys in video 3 later. Whew, gold is so fun, but I need you to understand it and stop rushing your fucking trading. You needed to hear that one, didn't you? Oh, I'm an asshole. See you later.